Welcome back to the PHLY Eagles Show and presented by Bucci Jewelers. We are joined by Cooper DeJean. Coop, how you doing?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Now, I was going to ask you the last shutout that you were a part of, but I just did my own research here. So I know that this isn't your first shutout of your career, at least since high school. Do you remember some of the other shutouts you were part of in college?
Oh, man.
I'll give you some hints. 3 of them, 2 in bowl games, 1
Oh,
from the same state that the Raiders hail from.
3 of them are from bowl games.
2
2
from
of
bowl games. Yeah.
2 from bowl games.
Your last game against Rutgers?
My last game against Rutgers?
Yeah, your last game at college against Rutgers.
Oh, shit. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. And then 2022 in the Music City Bowl,
Yep, you had a pick in that game against
21-0.
Kentucky. Yeah. And then against Nevada earlier that year.
Nevada.
You also
Damn.
had a pick in that game. So, but
Did have a pick
it's
in
a
that
little
game.
it's a little more rare to do it
It is rare.
in the NFL, I would say.
Fun fact, that
Yeah.
Nevada game finished at 2 in the morning.
Ooh.
There was 3 rain delays.
Oh, well, that'll happen,
Lightning
right?
delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was, like,
Crazy.
the quickest game by
Yeah,
comparison.
I know.
Where does the Raiders game rank for you in terms of your favorite defensive performances since you got in the league?
Oh, it's the Super Bowl is probably number 1, um, but that's right up there. It's gotta be right up there. I mean, I don't know if I've ever been a part of a defense to hold a offense under 100 yards.
Yeah,
I don't know
75
if
yard. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's pretty crazy, no matter if the team's 2-11 or what. It's still crazy to hold a NFL football team to 75 yards. Um so it's right up there for sure, um, in my games I've played thus far.
So, I wanted to know what your reaction to BG's multi-sack game was, but first I have to ask you this. Did you get the unnecessary roughness call just to preserve his sack there? 'Cause,
Yeah,
he doesn't get the sack unless you get the dead ball penalty, and they decline the defensive holding on you there.
yeah, I knew I had the they threw a flag on me for, the holding on the route, and I saw BG got the sack, so I just gave him a light little shove after to
Yeah, 200
save
IQ right
save the
here,
sack.
right?
Yeah, come on.
Now, does he thank you? Does he thank you for that as, your PHLY, brethren here and also Eagles teammate? Does he say something to you? Like, "Hey, thanks. I saw you looking out for me there."
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about it today, and maybe I'll get a little thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, you were a part of history there, you know?
Yes. Well, that was the 2nd sack or 1st one?
That was the first sack, but still, it
1st
made
one?
him
Yeah,
the oldest player in Eagles history to get a sack.
it's
I wanted
crazy.
to ask you also, did you notice a Raiders coach, like, freaking out on the sideline before they threw the flag on that play? Our co-host, Fran Duffy, pointed out that, it seemed like the Raiders coaches were really watching for that defensive holding penalty there.
Really? I did not see
Yeah.
that, no. I mean, they were looking for there was a couple other plays where I saw on film that they were looking for penalties too, but it's whatever.
I wanted to ask you about the secondary. We've been following Adoree Jackson closely all season. Obviously, you guys have had to work in Marcus Epps over the last couple of weeks, but it seems like that group has really settled in, at the latter half of the season now. What stands out about, the process of, kind of working these new guys into the fold and the level that you guys are playing at now together?
Yeah, it's been awesome to see Adoree's just progress over the year, obviously. From the first game till now, just seems like he's continued to get better and, continue to play with more and more confidence, trusting himself out there. Um, trusting our defense and our scheme. And then you add a guy like Epps in too, veteran who's been around, understands the game really well. Those 2 guys, and then along with us guys that have been back there, they've been great additions to our defense. And especially Epps, it's hard to, just get thrown in there mid-season, and expect to, you know, play at a high level, and he's done that. He's helped us, play at that high level. Just a knows for the game. He understands the game really well, and um, yeah, I'm just happy to have those guys back there, and playing the way that they are.
With Adoree, he seems like a real character whenever we're in the locker room. He seems like he's got a pretty unique and interesting personality. I guess how would you describe how he is day in and day out to people who don't know him very well?
Yeah, very funny guy, very funny, very laid back. He doesn't let too many things bother him. So he's just a good guy to be around. Obviously he's been around the league for 10 years, I think now. So, but he's just a great guy to be around. Great veteran to have in our locker room. Keeps things light. Kind of similar to how Slay was last year. They both
Yeah.
like to keep things light, which is really cool, I think.
Yeah, he does kinda have some of those, like, Slay, like, quirks,
Yeah.
from my experience of Adoree is, like, he'll be, like, screaming in the locker room as he's walking around, like, he'll be, like, saying, like, something, like, "I couldn't
Yeah.
complain, I woke up this morning," or something like that, so, seems like he's got good perspective
Yeah.
on life.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted
It does.
I wanted to ask you, who do you think Vic Fangio's favorite player is? I know you guys, you've had a good stretch here. He's probably a little bit more positive in the film reviews, probably talking up a couple of guys. You can't say yourself. Well, actually, you know what? You could say yourself if you think it's you.
Nah,
Who do you think is the one player that he kinda has a soft spot for?
the one player he has a soft spot for, BG, for sure. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
that's an easy pick, but, besides BG, I'm gonna go with ooh, this is tough. I'll say Zach Bond.
Okay, I
Zach
could see
Bond
that.
or Jordan Davis, one of
Yeah,
those
I
2.
was wondering if Jordan Davis is, like, a sleeper
Yeah,
here, like, a
yeah,
guy who, like, because you and I have talked before, like, Jordan Davis is so important to, like,
yeah,
how you guys operate defensively, like, the scheme, the light boxes, and everything like that, but
yeah,
I could also see Zach Bond being, like, one that can do no wrong in Vic Fangio's eyes,
yeah.
like, just fundamentally sound linebacker, he's everywhere. Is how rare is it that Vic Fangio is gonna be, like, digging out Zach Bond in a film session?
Yeah, it's pretty rare. It's pretty
Yeah,
rare. I
yeah,
think, yeah. Also, I feel like they understand each other pretty well, and he knows the type of player that Zach is, so even when he does, you know, if he does mess up, do something wrong within the scheme, it's I feel like Vic knows that Zach knows what he did wrong, so there's not much really to say to him.
Now, how much does he dig you out in a film review by comparison? Do you feel like you're on the list of favorites here?
Um, Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
He doesn't um he just always gives me like just constant reminders throughout a film session. Um, whether it's, holding the edge, something within our coverage, whatever it may be. He just always usually gives me, just constant reminders, which I appreciate.
Gotcha, gotcha. Last one for you. So what kinda holiday shopper are you? Are you the type of guy that's got it all ordered and, it's all at your house now? Or are you last minute? You're the person that's checking, like, "Is this gonna be here in time?" Might have to figure out something else, might need to make a last minute run to the mall. What category would you say you fall in here?
Yeah, I'm a last minute guy for
Okay,
sure.
same,
I don't
same, yeah.
have I got some of my gifts planned out, but I don't have them. I don't have them yet. So,
It's more of
um,
like a concept of a gift at this point, it's
yeah,
like
it's 9
yeah,
days away, so I probably should get rolling here,
makes 2 of us,
on
yeah.
Christmas, but it's alright, it'll work itself out.
Yeah, yeah, well, I think we both need to get on the interwebs here and get this
Yeah,
shopping done,
yeah,
but
for sure.
anyway, awesome, well, I appreciate your time, Coop, I'm excited to listen to, this, episode of Exciting Mikes. Thanks again to
Absolutely.
Bucci Jewelers, and, back to you guys on the PHLY Eagles Show.
Appreciate it.